everyone, Scotty Collier, West Ham fan TV, back again with a big match preview. Back for the season by Ladbrokes, who are giving you the opportunity to boost the odds in your selection. Click the link in the description below to get more details. Thursday night, 8 o'clock kick-off, Wembley Stadium. West Ham take on Tottenham. Third time the two sides have met. Goals galore, 10 goals in the last two fixtures. Obviously, the last time at Wembley, West Ham won out 3-2 winners after being 2-0 down at half-time. You know, that was a great comeback by us. This is going to be another very, very tough game. Spurs, good run of form, one loss in their last 6. You know, we got back to winning ways with a late winner against West Brom. You know, if you look at it, we're unbeaten in our last 2. Unbeaten in our last 2 away from home as well. You know, probably should have got 3 points at Bournemouth. So, you know, we've only lost 1 of our last 6, as I said. So we're in a good bit of form going into this one. You know, but Spurs seem to have got that Wembley hoodoo out of their system. So, as I said, it's going to be very, very tough. We have only won 1 of our last 7 away games. And Spurs have won 6 of their last 7 at home. So, you know, the stats don't line up with good reading for that one. When we do look at it, as I said, there has been goals galore. Last 2 games for 2 sides was 10 goals. There's been at least 2 goals scored by West Ham in their last 4 outings, and at least 2 goals scored by Spurs in their last 5 out of 6 games. You know, so this could be a high-scoring affair again. I don't think it'll be a dull, drab 0-0 draw, put it that way. Injury-wise, Spurs are without 3 players, Danny Rose being one of them. Dembele's a doubt, so he may be back, but I doubt that. For us, you know, the injury list keeps getting longer and longer and longer. Obviously, long-term absentees with Byram and Font and Fernandez. Antonio's still missing. Collins is now injured. Sacco, who knows where Sacco is? You know, at the end of the day, he just rocks up sometimes and disappears others, so God knows what's happening with him. Aaron Creswell went off late in the West Brom game, replaced by Declan Rice, so I don't think Creswell will make this one with a short turnaround of 2 games in 2 days. A bit of a fixture pile up, so, you know, both teams may have to shuffle a few players around. Spurs probably have, with the less injuries and the bigger squads, probably hold a small advantage in this. But as I said, that late winner from Carroll against West Brom, I think will give us a bit of a boost and a bit of confidence going into this game. Spurs, I expect to line up in the 4-2-3-1 formation. Harry Kane returning to the starting lineup after being rested against Swansea. He did come off the bench as sub, but he'll definitely start in this one because this is a game that Spurs will not want to lose. Other players pushing to get in the starting 11. Harry Winks, Sissoko. You know, as I said, with the games coming thick and fast, both teams want to look to rotate their squad. So them 2 guys are pushing for starts after being on the bench against Swansea. With us, I can't see too many changes. You know, we haven't got the depth in the squad to make changes that we would need to. Adrian definitely will continue in goal. Reid and Ogbonna to continue in the 2 centre-backs position. The 3rd centre-back slot, obviously with Creswell going off injured and Collins being out, Declan Rice will more than likely step into that role as the 3rd centre-back. He did all right when he come on. Bit of a shaky first couple of minutes when he came on against West Brom, but great run down the left wing, you know, sort of thing that we want to see. So I think he'll take that spot from Creswell. Masuaku to continue on the left. Zabaleta to continue on the right. That is the position that worries me a bit. Zaba is a consistent performer, but 2 games in 2 days, getting, you know, it gives 110% every game, but it's going to start tiring up and down that pitch. It's very, very difficult, you know, and Spurs have got a bit of a pace, so they may target Zaba down that right-hand side. The midfield is where I expect to see changes. Noble come on at half-time and completely change the game. He will start no matter what against Spurs, you know, barring he picks up an injury. I think he'll be partnered by Obiang. You know, Obiang and Cech were both awful against West Brom, but I prefer the Obiang-Noble partnership. Plus, Obiang's had that 45-minute less football than Cech did, so I think he'll start with Noble. Lanzini to continue as that sort of more of attacking of the midfield. Up top is the big question. Carroll didn't do much in the first half, but obviously scored the 2 goals that got us the points. When he came against Spurs in the home game, when we lost 3-2, Spurs seem to be prepared to defend against him. You know, they pushed their front line, their back line, sorry, up the pitch. You know, when Antonio was up there, they were dropping deeper. So you know, with Carroll, they'll look to press high. So possibly, I don't see Carroll starting this one. You know, 2 games in 2 days again for him, you know, maybe a bit too much. We don't know. But I see an Arnie going to continue. The guy's absolutely on fire at the moment. Form-wise, he's been superb. Probably man in a match for the last 2 or 3 games, if not more. So I see him continue, and I see Hernandez coming in for Carroll. You know, a little bit of more of a trickier front line than with the big guy up there. I do expect Carroll to come on. You know, as I said, 2 games in 2 days might be a bit much for him with his injury record and the fact he hasn't, you know, had that run of games recently. But, you know, I expect a very, very good performance from West Ham in this one. You know, Noble to inspire the team, as he seems to do in these London derbies against Spurs. But it will be tough. Prediction-wise, I think there will be goals in this. I'm going to go 2-2 draw. You know, Spurs, as I said, good run of form in it, playing well. But I think that London derby, you never know what's going to happen. I think we can win the game, but I can also see Spurs winning the game. But as I said, I'm going for a 2-2 draw. Fancy a cheeky little bet on that one. Ladbrokes will give you 20-1. If you boost the odds, it'll be 22-1. So well worth a punt. After the game, look for the guys. They'll be there doing fan cams. Post-match pint will be up probably early hours of Friday morning, as we'll be filming it when the guys get back from Wembley. Check out all our fan cams for the West Brom game, post-match reaction. Loads of stuff, loads of content this week. As I said, 3 games in a week. So I'll be back for the preview for Shrewsbury probably Friday. So one thing left to say, come on you Irons.